Hello everyone. It's my pleasure today to conduct an interview with John Maroney. He is a successful entrepreneur. And I just thought it would be interesting for you to hear the story, his personal story, how he came to Canada, how he built his life here and successful business, and he's been recognized as Entrepreneur of the Year in 2017.
Finalist, yeah.
In finals, and he came from Australia in 2005, right?
2005, yes.
With $1,000 in his pocket. So basically, he built everything from the ground up, from scratch. So I wanted to ask him a couple of questions so that to give you an inspiration and some ideas about how to build life in Canada and what success you can achieve if you come here to study and then eventually find a job or open your own business. So John, just maybe make a brief introduction about yourself, briefly, and then tell us why Canada. Why did you come to Canada from Australia?
Okay, yeah, so came over here in 2005. Actually had a little bit over $1,000 in the pocket with the backpack, and then why Canada? Mainly because I think it was the complete opposite side of the planet to where I was from, Australia. So I was really drawn to the country mainly just to go check it out, and had no idea I was about to embark on a journey that led me to where I am today. And then when I got here and did a bit of traveling, and then I actually got to see the oil and gas industry, which is what Canada thrives on. I then saw the opportunities at my feet, and that I definitely saw a good chance to capitalize on that and actually start making something of myself with it.
Okay.
And come 2012, after spending all those years in and out of different jobs throughout the oil and gas industry, the oil patch, I started SCI in January 2012, and it was it's definitely made all my wildest dreams come true. That's for sure. But a lot of hard work, but endless opportunity from the minute I started that company, even during the recession, which we're still kind of in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually a little bit interesting situation. John lives in Calgary, in Alberta, in Canada, and I live in Edmonton. But it happened to be that John is in Miami and I am in Miami, and we decided to get together and do this interview. So why, what would you say about Canada as a land of opportunities, John? Like, let's say a student comes to study here, what success he could achieve and what that success will depend on?
Well, I think, sky's the limit. If you can come to Canada and study, just on the studying part, you're already in front, because the education system in Canada is top notch. Depending on what industry you're in, of course, is obviously is a factor. That's something that I always tell people when they're studying for whatever it may be. If you're studying that particular thing just to make money with, we'll make sure it's going to be that industry that is thriving at the time, where you can definitely make an impact on it. Or if you're just studying a certain thing just because of the passion of it, then by all means, I mean, each to their own. But yeah, once anyone's given the opportunity to come here to do any type of that studying on whatever your industry may be, you'll soon see how quickly you can definitely make something of yourself with that. Once of course you start your studying here.
So what do you think the highest demand for which professions, and what programs you think students should take to get a job and have more opportunities in Canada?
I'm definitely going to stick to my guns here on obviously my industry, because I'm obviously very passionate about that.
Oil and gas, right?
Yeah. But yeah, especially being from Alberta or moving to Alberta, that province runs on that industry, and that industry, of course, is what helps Canada run, as far as I'm concerned. So, there's the careers throughout the oil and gas industry in Canada alone are endless. There's, you know, from a petroleum engineer all the way down to a labourer. You know, there's, and that's where your opportunity starts, right? So, and we're talking careers here, so.
So would you say a person who would do a degree in oil and gas, something related to oil and gas, that person would easily find a job, or how would you?
So right now we're still in the recession. It's coming back around. So I think now if ever is definitely a good time to strike while the iron's hot, right? So if there was someone that was planning on coming over here in 2018 to study, that would be a great opportunity right now to do that, because we're now sort of going back to where it was in 2012, where it was starting to boom at that point, which is when, you know, and I can use my company as an example. That's when I started SCI, and that's when I kind of more or less made it explode right from that moment on. So we're now about to walk back into that exact same scenario, I think. And now, there's no better time than now, I think, to definitely try and tap in on that.
Okay, perfect. And now to end this short interview, what tips and advice would you give to students who plan to come to study in Canada? Tips and advice.
Well, definitely stay resilient. You've got to keep your thick skin about you, especially once you step into the world of any business, whatever it may be. Never ever give up. And if you come here and you truly believe in what you want to achieve here, and you dream about it and tell yourself about it every day, you're going to achieve it. So that's a fact. I'm living proof of that.
Perfect. So if you guys decide to come to Canada and study and then graduate, John might hire you after you graduate.
I'm hiring.
John is hiring, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. We will be in touch. If you want to learn more about Best Education Choice, please check our website, www.besteducationchoice.com. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, and we will be in touch with you soon. Bye.
See you later.